Free haircut? Yeah. Free haircut. Free haircut?
We all have some knowledge of finance and economics. Clearly, no one would accept a free haircut from a school principal with no salon
Like
training.
went even all the way around, like right there.
Why? Because we know that human capital is not transferable.
No.
Being good at one thing, teaching, does not make you good at another.
Actually, I have no training whatsoever, but I am a teacher and I'm willing to experiment. What do you think?
So, we already understand basic concepts, but there is much more we can learn. Teaching personal financial literacy in the elementary grades is an online course for teachers providing guidance, lessons, and a deeper understanding of personal finance that can be taught in grades K through 5 classrooms and used throughout life. Teaching personal financial literacy features mentor teachers working with children in their classroom.
What job does she do to serve us?
Helps the principal run the school.
Okay, yeah, that's a great service. And who does that service benefit?
The school and the principal.
And
The students.
the students, right.
It also features specialized economists who provide relevant and rigorous course content in financial literacy.
Every single time you make a decision or take an action, there's something else that you're not doing. It could be a way you spend your time, it could be a way you spend your money, but regardless, every single time I spend money or go to the movies or buy groceries, I could be using that time or money for something else, and that something else is called opportunity cost. I used to be a dancer, and I wanted to major in dance, but I majored in economics. And the summer before I went off to graduate school, I was offered a position in a Russian character ballet company. And so when I think about my career as an economist, my opportunity cost is a career as a professional dancer for a few years.
This is all woven together, with fanciful stories, real-world documentaries, and engaging personal stories of how personal financial literacy enhances our lives through better finance and improved decisions.
Nathan was the real thing. Nathan's goal was to be the last mountain man.
I mean, he figured out a way to live in a world without money, in a world without bills.
It was Thursday that our number came up. Our address was listed as a home destroyed.
But I didn't understand what I had. I didn't know what the endorsements mean in a policy, and I didn't even know what the face value meant, to tell you the truth.
PFL has received growing attention nationally. In 1998, 21 states included personal finance in their standards. In 2009, Colorado added PFL to its academic standards. By 2014, 43 states included PFL in their K-12 academic standards.
Think of the economy as a raging river. For anyone without training, skills, and equipment, this river could be deadly.
The water is way more powerful than you are. The force that you exert is pretty small compared to the greater force of the river. And what you do with your little bit of power is to get you on certain paths. So the water is always changing. It can greatly change the direction that you're heading. It can be unpredictable in that manner, and the more skilled you are, the more predictable it becomes. If someone is going down a class 2 and they're in an inner tube with no life jacket, sure, the difficulty of the run isn't that great, but their skill is really low and they don't have proper equipment, so the danger is really high. I can go and run what looks like a very risky, dangerous rapid with actually very low risk to myself or really low danger. because even though it's very difficult, I have the skills to navigate it well and safely.
Teaching PFL in the elementary grades has more than 3 hours of high-quality film, divided into short topics.
Our first response to risk is fear. This has been well studied by scientists across many disciplines. What they found out is we're not so good at assessing risk.
These films are supported by extensive content presentations by Dr. Katie Sauer, an economist with the University of Colorado, and packaged as an online course with webinars, quizzes, discussions, and assessments. It is an accredited course carrying graduate-level continuing professional education credit through the University of Colorado at Colorado Springs.
So now we divide n times n minus 1 by 2 to correct for that.
This course will also be available in a simplified form for self-paced learning, and there will also be a free version for teachers who do not require accreditation or support.
$448 more than what he ended up with.
For Sandy, time is scarce. Today, she's teaching PFL for our cameras. And she has to drive and shop and cook and clean and care for her family.
Teaching PFL in the elementary grades is available through the Colorado Council for Economic Education and will be available for licensing by other state councils nationwide. It was created with the generous support of Great West Financial, the founding sponsor.
Like when I was 6, I wanted to be police. Then 3 minutes later, I wanted to be a doctor.
I want to be a scientist. Work for money. I want to be a dance teacher. I want to be a veterinarian. I have to focus on my education and try to do my best. Maybe like work really hard.
Well, first, have good education. Second, go to college and learn about that. And then 3, yay, you're there.
PFL is essential for children, even in the elementary grades. PFL helps them make good decisions about money and good decisions about life. Understanding critical concepts like supply and demand and opportunity costs will help them think carefully about decisions they make. PFL can help them shape their dreams and aspirations so that they make better decisions, not just with money, but with their time, their education, and their life goals.
Let's do the cost and the benefits.
I look at financial literacy as like one of, if not the most important thing that my students and really a lot of students can learn. Yes, of course they need literacy, of course they need math, and I'm going to do everything I can to give that to them. That's very important. On the other hand, no matter what they do when they grow up, they're going to be part of our economic system and they're going to have to deal with money and they're going to have to make these decisions that affect their life. And if financial literacy is a place where I get to focus on those, like I'm really excited about the chance to teach it.